Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now April 2nd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that as of right now, they are really trying to come up with various ideas in order to reunite the fans around the world for those who are very much unsatisfied with the sequel trilogy movies and exactly how those movies were pretty much, a very controversial set of Star Wars movies, such as The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Now that we have the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, I'm sure a majority of you out there know about this, is that Chapek is in the transitionary phase where Bob Iger is still at work on showing him the ropes to becoming a proper CEO. In fact, it's one of the main reasons as to why Bob Iger stepped down so suddenly is because he wanted Bob Chapek to have a longer transitionary phase in order to really become the proper CEO that he should be. Now, with that being said, what's really intriguing about the future of Star Wars is, of course, all of the major changes that are coming our way for the new Star Wars universe, also known as the new expanded universe, that's really going to be modeled from the older one from the 1990s and the early 2000s. Now, the thing that really does excite me the most here is, of course, exactly what the future of Star Wars is going to look like with the new trilogy and the new Disney Star Wars TV series and more. However, one thing that is quite worrisome all has to do with the prequels and exactly how Disney and Lucasfilm plan to change many aspects of the Skywalker saga. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on the new Star Wars universe as well as the new Star Wars trilogy of films to come in the near future. Now, it's explained that the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, is making many changes over at Lucasfilm in order to create a brighter future for Star Wars in general. Now, it's said that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are hard at work on developing the new expanded universe to be larger than the old one from the 1990s and the early 2000s. Now, it's noted that many retcons are being developed for the sequel trilogy and that they will actually change how fans view the sequel trilogy movies and even the prequel trilogy films at that. It's explained that many retcons are being made as we speak that will be put into full effect next year of 2021, where one of the major retcons has to do with the prequel trilogy movies, with Lucasfilm currently developing a story that will change Revenge of the Sith as we know it. Now, it's explained that one of the big plans by Lucasfilm is to incorporate a story during Episode 3 that will involve the spirit of Darth Plagueis, and that it was the spirit of Darth Plagueis that caused the nightmarish visions that Anakin Skywalker had in the prequel trilogy era. Not just that, but also the retcon is set to include that Palpatine was the one who killed Padme Amidala directly by use of a new power that will be introduced sometime in 2021, and that Palpatine had planned to clone Anakin Skywalker before he became encased in the Darth Vader suit. Plagueis was said to have been alive during Episode 3, and that this is a retcon that Lucasfilm was working on right now, where not just that, but also another retcon on the way, is that it was the Whills who wrote the prophecy of the Chosen One, and that Yoda was communicating with the Whills at the very end of the film, and saw that Luke and Leia would be the key to ending the Sith once and for all, and that during Revenge of the Sith's ending, Yoda would also see a vision of Rey ending Palpatine and his return once more, after Anakin destroys him. So what's really interesting about this is that they're really changing many aspects of, especially Revenge of the Sith, by far the most important Star Wars movie in the prequels, right? It really does kind of set everything up for Darth Vader and Palpatine, the fall of Anakin, and the rise of the Skywalker twins, right? It's a very interesting story. So with these major retcons coming our way, I'm not quite sure how some fans are going to feel about, specific ideas coming from Lucasfilm that are going to be implemented next year, such as the fact that it was the spirit of Darth Plagueis that actually caused the nightmarish visions that Anakin had of Padme Amidala's death, and that the spirit of Plagueis essentially was the key factor of Anakin slipping to the dark side a little bit, right? Where he had to actually seek guidance from Chancellor Palpatine about everything related to the dark side and how he could save Padme, all those different aspects, right? You can see that they're trying to make many changes here, and even the visions that Yoda has, seeing the future between Luke, Leia, and how the Skywalker twins are the key to defeating the Sith, and even an unknown character such as Rey at the time that Yoda has when speaking with the Whills at the very end of Revenge of the Sith. So, it's a very interesting tale, the fact that, they are going to be reshaping the prequels. Not quite sure how I feel about this one. I know that one of the big retcons for The Rise of Skywalker that a lot of fans are kind of on and off about is the fact that Palpatine was a clone all along. Some fans like that, some fans dislike that, so I think that everyone's going to have mixed opinions here. So, with that being said, guys, like I say, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.